Jacob's Shadow, chapter 34, again. Okay, let's see what's on the computer. Oh my god. G. Oliver. Your request for a discussion concerning the plausibility of creating genetically viable candidates for nano-augmentation through cloning has sparked considerable interest. We believe that with sufficient research investment, the careful cultivation of acquired tissue samples from known H-type expulsion-negative individuals could yield an infinite number of specimens with the immunity factors required to tolerate the injection of nano-organic material. If you examine the attached studies, you will see that the repeated cloning from the primary source material will result in a 0.59 immunization variance. The original source material being Paul. He's the original. I would suggest utilizing the data acquired by the Illuminati during the smallpox vaccinations of 1940 to genetically screen for these couples, most likely to produce desired offsprings, who could then be cloned and raised by the parents under the carefully supervised conditions. These cloned siblings would provide the necessary redundancy for further experimental trials. In the future, this process could be streamlined through the application of accelerated growth and memory implantation. We look forward to hearing any comments that you might have. Dr. Oliver. So, that is me and Paul's backstory, like I read about in like number 14 or whatever. The black and white one. Bovine manipulation. I'd like to investigate the possibility of resurrecting the bovine manipulation project with an eye towards recreating the gray life form. While the project was deemed a failure at the time, it was successful as a propaganda tactic and diverting attention away from the Dreamland research. With recent advances in genetic sciences, the gray life form could be engineered to protect MJ-12 facilities while also serving as a useful bit of meme indirection. An interesting... Oh, Bob? Yeah, Bob sent that. Okay. Bob Page said the thing about the Greys. And then De Beers. L. De Beers wrote him back. An interesting idea, Bob, but I'm sure MJ-12's research allocations can be put to more substantial use pursuing our human augmentation projects. However, I'll bring it up the idea with Stanton and Morgan. Secondary unit. From Bob Page to Walter Timmons. I've come to believe that JC should be brought up in a more supervised environment than his brother. I have serious doubts as to his brother's usefulness as our primary unit, and would rather that at least one of the secondary units was under our direct control. Terminate the parents, but see that JC is not harmed. We'll move him to our school in Switzerland, where he can oversee his development. If it becomes necessary, his brother is expendable. Page. I really, really, really wish this stuff was dated, because I know that's old as hell. It's basically my parents are being killed. From J. McDonald to J. Dwight. Something strange. I've just finished packet analysis of the new I-82 compression protocols we added to Aquinas last week, and while I was digging around in the headers, I found a quirk in the security encryption algorithm that act like a backdoor. You could even reformulate entire messages to end to end if you knew what you were doing. It's pretty subtle, and would require someone to matrix together several offsets from successful packets to generate a time differential key, but at the end result could potentially open up every bit of traffic carried by Aquinas, somebody that knew about the whole. Almost done. I was thinking of mentioning this to Paige. Maybe when we get some points for discovering the potential security breach before we shipped. What do you think? Situational. In the past, to Walter Simmons. In the past, we've considered Savage and his renegades to be inconsequential, possibly even useful. But the time has come to eliminate them. Mobilize all MJ-12 units in the immediate vicinity and see that Vandenberg is shut down before Savage even has a chance to activate his universal constructor. Don't worry about Daedalus. I've made some improvements to Icarus that might surprise even Everett Page. Denton is connected with Savage and X-51 researchers. After examining the transaction records from Payne's, probably gonna, I don't know. I don't like it. Even though I'm loading it, I still don't like the alarm to go off. He's working with both Everett and Daedalus. Strong says Savage is still missing a containment vessel, and that he sent someone to Pasadena Lab in an attempt to recover the data. I already have a team preparing to intercept. Okay. Should have read that in the other order, but oh well. Okay. In a dizzying state from reading all that email.
All the way down, JC. Get to Page's compound and take him out. Everett and I will join you shortly. We'll bring back the old institutions, the prosperity of the last century, the giddy acquiescence. Trust us, JC. We can put the world back together.
Now there's a voice I haven't...
God, his face looks horrible. But his voice is good. Wow. Why did I fucking fall?
Checking the area. Possible contact.
Ugh. Grr. Climb, you piece of shit. Ten. Got 30 for the other one. Kill you, spider. Where is it? I'll ever get enough, but oh well. Oh. Did I even kill it? Yeah, got rid of that big spider, didn't I? Sawed off shotgun and revive it. Okay. I am always tense though.
Must have been a glitch.
Ugh. Yeah, baby. I'll glitch you. Just a crowbar. Grr. Just take the fucking damage and go back upstairs and heal up. Gotcha. Speed plus wand equals